One of Canada's chief exports is woke colonialism. This time, the Trudeau Liberals spent $2 million to make Cambodian women eat bugs in the name of feminism.
We must preserve biodiversity by deploying nature-based solutions.
It's not hard to see how the connections between computing, information, robotics, and biotechnologies could deliver spectacular progress.
Rebel News has a brand new initiative, exposethewaste.com, where we show you all the infuriating and woke ways the Liberals have been just burning through your money and dubbing it foreign aid. We recently found a Global Affairs Canada grant that isn't just about helping Cambodian women, a group that could probably use a little bit of a hand up. No, it's about using them as a vehicle to change entire cultures by targeting their traditional role as the gatekeepers of family diets. This is social engineering at its most sinister, disguised as humanitarian aid. It's a Trudeau government grant that has nothing to do with helping Canadians or even hungry people, and everything to do with globalist social engineering. Nearly 2 million of your tax dollars are going to a so-called climate-smart agricultural program in Cambodia that teaches women how to farm crickets. That's right, female-run bug farms in Southeast Asia, because apparently Canada's top priority isn't feeding hungry people, our own or otherwise, or helping our own struggling farmers by removing punitive taxes and getting market access, but instead, it's making sure Cambodians get on board with the WEF's Eat the Bugs, Own Nothing, and Be Happy agenda. Now, at first glance, this looks like just another absurd liberal waste of taxpayer money, because let's be honest, it is, but it's so much worse than that. The Liberals, through Global Affairs Canada and their Agro program, aren't just handing out grants, they're targeting the most influential people in developing world households, women. Why? Because they know that in countries like Cambodia, women are in charge of what the family eats. Change their diets and you change their culture. This is woke colonialism, plain and simple. The Liberals aren't just funding cricket farms. They're funding dietary diversification, which is bureaucratic speak for introducing bugs into people's diets under the guise of climate resilience. Because the first step in making people accept their World Economic Forum ordained future of eating insects instead of beef is normalizing it in the poorest places first. Get women to feed it to their kids, and within a generation, it's just the way things are. This is societal hijacking, rewriting food traditions, undoing cultural norms, and reshaping entire communities through their stomachs. And of course, this project is laser focused on women. If you're a male farmer in Cambodia who wants to raise cattle or chickens to feed your family, well, too bad. This grant is for women only, because the Liberals aren't just meddling with the food system. They're enforcing their radical gender ideology in places that have never even heard of woke politics. This isn't empowerment. It's forced participation in a Western-led experiment to dismantle traditional family structures and replace them with feminist, climate-conscious, globalist programming. This is the same playbook we've seen from the World Economic Forum crowd for years. They start in poor countries where people don't have the ability and power to push back. They test their utopian theories under the guise of aid and development. And then once it's normalized there, they bring it here to Canada, where they'll try to convince you that eating crickets is normal, that traditional agriculture is bad, and that giving up your food sovereignty is just part of being a good global citizen. First, they change what the world eats, then they change who controls the food supply, then they control you. And all of this, every single penny of this ridiculous feminist bug farming scheme is being funded by you. Not to help struggling Canadians, not to fix our broken food supply, not to protect our farmers, but to experiment on a country that didn't even ask for it, all in the name of climate action and, of course, women's empowerment. This is a Trudeau government that never misses a chance to virtue signal and waste your money in the process. But we are not going to let them get away with it. Canadians are waking up to the lies, the hypocrisy, and the absolute ideological lunacy that drives Trudeau's policies. We're exposing the waste, and we won't stop until every single one of these corrupt globalist liberals is out of office. For Rebel News, I'm Sheila Gunn Reid. To see more stories just like this one, where the Liberals are making woke policies Canada's chief export, please go to exposethewaste.com.